There's so much good music that came out today, but I'm going to share with you 5 albums that you need to check out. Let me know in the comments which albums are you anticipated for this year, what's your favorite album already this year, and which one's your favorite out of the 5 that I've listed. I'm posting this vertical form video on TikTok and Instagram because TikTok's my main audience at the moment. But on YouTube, I'm going to post this as a normal upload instead of a short. Let me know if you're okay with a vertical video like this, or if I should just do a horizontal one. I think vertical is okay for now until I get my setup all fixed, but let's start this off. For number 5, Vince Staples' Dark Times. If I'm not mistaken, this album actually came out earlier than expected. I think it had a later release date, and I cannot complain that it came out today. Vince Staples, in my opinion, is one of the more charismatic, lovable artists at the moment. And not even at the moment, for years now. And he's also not just a rapper. He does great work when it comes to production, such as his new Netflix original that he has. But for the songs I've already listened to on this album is much more darker than your usual album. It's much more mature as well. It also has this really deep, beefy sound that I'm really loving from the production and the songwriting, but when it comes to it, as I've mentioned already, it's the maturity from this album that I'm very impressed in. As for someone who came from the same city as Vince Staples, I will always support Vince. I even got this CD summertime 06 when it came out. And during the time I bought this, I kid you not, he was actually at the same record store and he signed my CD, as you can see right here. And he also signed the booklet part. So that was pretty cool. I gotta say, when I met Vince Staples, I was very impressed. He's a very nice person, super cool, very humbled, and just smart, like cerebral. Like when you talk to him, it's like just talking to a normal person. Obviously he is a normal person, but you don't get this feeling of he's just egotistical or just like an a-hole, just like other artists that I've met that had that type of vibe. He just seems like a guy I would have met across the street if he was a neighbor or I went to school with. So super excited that I got that signed. Super excited that this new album came out. Let me know what's your opinions on this new album, Dark Times. The next album that came out today is probably one of my most anticipated albums of the year, and it is DIIV's newest album, Frog in Boiling Water. From the 4 or 5 tracks that I've already heard from this album, I'm enjoying it already. I cannot say that I'm not, but let's be honest here. It might be the ugliest album cover from their discography. I just don't like it. It kind of like hurts seeing it because of the color contrast. But regardless, who cares about the album cover if the music is good? Someone who's been a die-hard fan of DIIV for many years now, ever since their debut album, which is this album right here. Their debut, DIIV Ocean, is one of my favorite albums just because when I was younger, I went to my local record store and the people who work there that I've known for years told me that you have to check this out because they know what type of music I'm into. And the first time I bought it and listened to it, I was completely hooked. And it's one of my favorite albums of all time just because of the nostalgia of it. Also, if you're new to DIIV and you want to get an introduction of what's their best work or which albums to check out, I'd highly recommend listening to Deceiver or the one right behind me, which is The Is Are, which is probably my favorite album from DIIV, also because of the nostalgia and because I'm so addicted to a couple of songs on that album that I cannot say that it's not my favorite album. But yeah, listen to this one, Is The Is Are or Deceiver. You'll get really good shoegaze, really good indie rock, just pure addiction when you first listen to it. I promise you will not be upset with these picks. For number 3, I have Wallows, and their album is called Model. For those who are new to this band, the lead man is known as Clay from the famous Netflix show 13 Reasons Why. What I gotta say about this album is the thing I love the most, it kind of gives me this nostalgia also. It reminds me a lot of like 2018 indie rock era. It's bubbly, it's catchy, it's happy, and also the vocals are really good. The production is always on point with Wallows. So if you're into something that will make you happy, if you're into something like lighthearted indie rock that will just have catchy melodies, this is the album you need to listen to. Next album I'm going with is La Luz, News of the Universe. This album is shockingly good and I'm happy it came out because I was not expecting to even have this in my radar, and I'm happy it is. If you love surf rock, psychedelic music, melodies from heaven, this is the album for you. The comparison I'm about to give isn't really that similar, but when I do listen to some of the songs on this album, it kind of gives me melodies, echo chamber vibes, or even some touches of Tame Impala, but with a heavy dose of surf rock. I'm excited to go to the beach after I finish this video and just blast this album. I promise you, listening to this album will want you to go to the beach, just like get a suntan and just enjoy the vibes of surf rock inspired music. And lastly, this is an EP, but I have to put it on this list, even though it came out, I believe, 2 days ago, but it's one of my favorite bands for many years now, and it's Bad Bad Not Good. This is their third EP of the year, I believe, so they are putting out insane amounts of production. This EP is titled Mid-Spiral Order. Whenever I have friends who tell me they want to get into jazz or something adjacent to that, I always recommend them Bad Bad Not Good, because the jazz isn't really that abrasive. It's not like free jazz where like it's Ornette Coleman and it's just like going crazy and you have no idea what's going on. It's a lot more on the accessible side. It's easy to digest. It's fun to listen to. You don't really have to think much when you're listening to it. So to me, Bad Bad Not Good has always been like the jazz band that would cater to like a younger audience trying to get into jazz, and I think it's a great gateway into other music that I think many people will love once they have their foot in the door of what jazz music can really be. And this is what this EP really does. It's accessible, it's digestible, there isn't much thinking involved when you listen to this. It's just fun, easygoing music, and you can't say that's a bad thing. If you really want to get into Bad Bad Not Good, listening to their album 4 is not a bad place to start. It's where they really dive into their original work, hone into the skills that they know they're good at, and there's lots of features of great singing. And yeah, I always tell people, listen to this album, you won't be disappointed. And then once you listen to it, go on to their other albums that they've released, and I think this is a great place to start. So out of these 5, let me know which one you're enjoying the most. Which one are you the most anticipated for? What's your favorite album of 2024? I'd love to hear your opinions down below. Follow me for more music content and news. This is Hype Sage. So this is for the people who are still here. Thank you if you're still here. If you're not, I'm just going to talk to myself, but I kind of want to do little unboxings of the physical releases that I showed on this video. So here is the Vince Staple one. I guess I'll just show you the booklet just in case you don't have this. So it comes like that. Then here's the signature with Vince Staple on it. And basically what I really like about this booklet is just like how long this this artwork is. So like as you can see right here, let me do that just so you can check that out. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's how it looks. The Bad Bad Not Good one isn't really as cool as that one, but as you can see, it has a nice colorways with the yellow, the pink, then this, it looks like they're in Greece or something. And then I love this palm tree photo of them. But yeah, and then it comes with the CD, nice little pink CD. The DIIV one, this is a Captured Tracks record release, comes like that, really cool artwork. This is just a normal black LP, so it's like that, nothing special. Out of all of these, this one probably has the best packaging. I really love this artwork, same as in the back. Favorite songs are probably Out of Mind. Bent, Roy's song, is just such a very catchy song. What other song do I really like? Healthy Moon, I mean all of them, but yeah, Healthy Moon, Out of Mind, please check those out. And then all of these, the record, like the vinyl, they all kind of look the same, but I'll show you a little bit. It has like this really cool psychedelic dyed like color to it. This is a pink version. This one has like a nice bluish green colorway to it, but not bad. So let me know which out of these two do you prefer, the pinkish looking one or this one right here? They're pretty cool. So yeah, let me know out of these physical copies, which ones do you like the most? This is just a little B-roll, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, see ya.